Good evening, boys and girls, and welcome to our Wednesday night Bible study. Tonight we'll continue our study of the Israelites entering into the Promised Land. They have a new leader, Joshua, and we learned about how they crossed the Jordan River on dry ground. They also took stones from the river and made a memorial so that they would always remember what God had done for them that day. Then we moved to the Battle of Jericho, and Joshua and the Israelites were successful as they marched around the walls, and on that seventh day blew the trumpets, and with a great shout the walls came tumbling down, and they were successful in battle. Today's story transitions to a time where they made friends with the Gibeons. And the Gibeons were actually people who kind of tricked them into a friendship, but nonetheless they had a treaty together. And then 5 kings from surrounding cities came against the Gibeons, and they asked Joshua and the Israelites to come to their aid. In today's story, we're going to see Joshua have a very strange request from God. Joshua actually asked God to make the sun and moon stand still, to give them more time to finish the battle and to be able to defeat the 5 kings. Let's let Megan and Jesse tell us our story today.
Hi everyone, it's me, Megan, and this is Jesse.
What up?
Jesse, those are some hip shades you have on.
Thanks. Don't they make me look cool?
They absolutely do.
Thanks. My mom wants me to wear sunglasses to protect my eyes from the sun.
That's very wise of her. And bonus that she found some that look so cool on you.
Yep.
Well, in today's Bible story, the people could have used some sunglasses because God made the sun stand still in the sky.
Whoa, really?
Yep. Listen to the story from the Bible to hear all about it.
Cool.
God was with Joshua and the Israelites as they entered the Promised Land. The Israelites came to a place ruled by 5 kings. The kings were evil kings. They did not love God. When the kings heard about Joshua and the Israelites, they were afraid. They did not want to lose a battle against the Israelites. So the kings made a plan.
One king called to the other 4 kings in the land. He said to them, "Help me attack the people in the city of Gibeon. They are friends with Joshua and the people of Israel." So the 5 kings went to Gibeon. The men of Gibeon sent a message to Joshua. "Friends, help us, save us. The 5 kings and their armies are fighting with us." So Joshua and his whole army went to help the people of Gibeon. The Lord said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid of the kings. I will help you win against them."
When Joshua and his army got to the battle, the king's armies were surprised. They did not know the Israelites were coming. God confused the armies and helped the Israelites win the battle. The 5 kings' armies ran away, but God sent a hailstorm to stop them. The battle was not yet over. Joshua and the Israelites needed more time to fight before the sun went down. Joshua prayed to God. He said, "God, please make the sun and the moon stand still in the sky."
The sun stood still and the moon stopped until Israel and Gibeon beat their enemies. The sun did not set for almost a full day. Nothing like that had ever happened before. Nothing like that has happened since then. As the Israelites traveled in the Promised Land, they took over many other cities. God fought for his people and helped Joshua and the Israelites take over the land God had promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
For many years, the people of Israel did not fight any battles. God gave them peace and rest from their enemies. When Joshua was old, he reminded the Israelites about all the great things God had done for them. The people said, "We will worship the Lord because he is our God." Then Joshua died.
Joshua's name means the Lord is salvation. God fought for Joshua and the Israelites, saving them and giving them victory over their enemies. God saved sinners by sending his son, Jesus, to to die on the cross. Jesus gives us victory over sin and death.
All right, boys and girls, let's see how well you were listening. Here are a few review questions. Question number 1, how many kings were there in our story today? That's right, there were 5 kings. Number 2, why did the kings attack Gibeon? Good, because the people of Gibeon were friends with Joshua and the Israelites. They had made a treaty together. Number 3, what fell from the sky first to stop the kings? That's right, God sent hailstones to stop the kings from attacking. Very good. Number 4, what did Joshua ask God to make stand still so they could fight to finish the battle? That's right, the sun and the moon to stand still. And that has never happened before and has never happened since. And then our big picture question for the week, number 5, how can we glorify God? Good. We can glorify God by loving Him and by obeying Him. Guys, I hope you'll take some time this week to read the story from the Bible with your family. In Joshua chapter 10 and 11, you'll see this story itself. And then the background where we talked about the trickery from the Gibeons was from chapter 9 of Joshua. And then if you want to skip to Joshua chapter 24, it talks about the death of Joshua and how that ends an era and they go into a different time starting with next week's story. I hope you have a great week and thank you for listening.